What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. WWE Monday Night Raw review for last night's show, January 13th, 2014. And like I always say, fuck those other guys. Fuck those other guys. This right here is your number one source for all your WWE needs right here on YouTube.com as we inch very, very close to 10,000 subscribers. Now, if you guys watched Monday Night Raw, if you guys watched what happened in that steel cage last night, if you guys watched the events that took place on Monday Night Raw last night in the closing segment of last night's show, you know exactly what I'm going to talk about. Daniel Bryan. If you guys need further proof, if you guys still don't believe me, then watch that main event last night. The main event was nothing special. It's what happened after the match. Daniel Bryan needs, and I stress this greatly, Daniel Bryan needs to be the WWE champion. Daniel Bryan is the number one face in the WWE. Daniel Bryan last night showed you why he needs to be the WWE champion. No question. Now, the WWE, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Obviously, they knew this angle was rushed. They knew putting Daniel Bryan, as hot as he was, with the Wyatt family, was a mistake. Okay? Now, if the WWE and their political garbage just fucking takes a step back for 1 second, I really wish that they would open their eyes. I wish Stephanie, Vince, and Triple H, and the rest of fucking WWE Creative would open their fucking eyes and ears and see what happened last night. Daniel Bryan received a crowd reaction that I can't even begin to tell you was absolutely fucking epic. I really thought the fucking building was going to come down. That's how fucking loud that they were. I never seen a crowd reaction react that way since the Attitude Era and Steve Austin. And that's saying something when I got to put Daniel Bryan and Steve Austin in the same fucking comparison as far as crowd reaction goes. John Cena himself never received a crowd reaction like Daniel Bryan did last night. All I'm going to tell you is this, and I don't care what anyone has to tell me. Your opinion is irrelevant to me at this point because I know what I'm talking about. Daniel Bryan needs to be the WWE champion, and that starts with Daniel Bryan winning the Royal Rumble. Daniel Bryan right now, I'm throwing my fucking 2 cents in right now. He is my choice. Daniel Bryan is my unanimous vote to win the Royal Rumble. There's absolutely nobody else on that roster that even comes close to even having a chance to win that Royal Rumble. Batista, no. If Batista wins that Royal Rumble, I swear to fucking God. I swear to God there's going to be a fucking shitstorm of complaints on my review following that pay-per-view. Batista does not come into the WWE after a 6-year absence and win the Royal Rumble. It's not right. It's not what needs to happen. It's not what's best for business. Okay? Daniel Bryan showed you why he needs to win the Royal Rumble. He showed you why he needs to be the WWE champion. Last night, Daniel Bryan shed his skin, took off the jumpsuit, attacked Bray Wyatt, and has become his own man again. The man that we love and adore. Okay? It was a mistake to put him with the Wyatt family anyway. Now, what this does, I have 2 complaints about this angle. 2 complaints. Number 1, the WWE sacrificed the Wyatt family a lot. A lot. For this Daniel Bryan angle. They sacrificed the Wyatt family. Now, where does the Wyatt family go from here? That's the one question that's going to be asked by everyone. Now that Daniel Bryan is not associated with the Wyatt family, where do they go from here? Okay, only WWE Creative knows, and I really don't know. I can't even begin to tell you. All I know is Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt more than likely will be set up for the Royal Rumble. Plain and simple. It's going to be set up for the Royal Rumble. No questions. Number 2, what WWE did last night, listen, it was an epic moment. It was one of those moments that will go on for a few months as, you know what, that may be the best ending to Monday Night Raw this year. Okay? But what they did, ultimately, is that they left money on the table. WWE left money on the table for anyone to just sneak on that table and grab the money. You know? Fucking steal that money right off the table. What I mean by that is the WWE, if they wanted, they could have prolonged this angle and what happened on Monday Night Raw another week. They could have prolonged that 1 more week. 1 more week is all they needed to do. And they failed. My brother if you guys have been listening to my reviews, my brother's idea was Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt to be the last two men in the Royal Rumble. And just take exactly what happened inside that steel cage last night on Monday Night Raw and replace it with the Royal Rumble. If what happened last night happened at the Royal Rumble, we would have been looking at one of the biggest, most epic endings to a Royal Rumble ever. Can you imagine the explosion for Daniel Bryan if that happened inside the Royal Rumble where everyone's like on the edge of their seat? Who's going to win the Royal Rumble after an hour and a half? Can you imagine the reaction Daniel Bryan would have? I'm getting goosebumps. I'm getting chills just even thinking about it. That's the way the WWE should have booked this whole angle. They failed. They left money on the table, and they ruined a epic spot at the Royal Rumble. Now, not saying that last night's show was bad. I'm not saying that last night's show an angle inside the steel cage was bad. I'm still getting goosebumps just thinking about it because of the way the crowd reacted. But WWE realistically left money on the table. And I really, really, really hope that the WWE takes the fucking political dicks out of their ass, takes a step back, and opens up their fucking eyes to see what they got in front of them. Okay, Vince, Triple H, and Stephanie McMahon. I really wish that they open up their eyes and see what they got in front of them. They have someone special. Daniel Bryan is not going to be as hot as he is now. He's the hottest wrestler I think I've ever seen since the Attitude Era. No one even comes close. John Cena doesn't even come close. He's never received a crowd reaction like that. John Cena is number 2 in the WWE as far as I'm concerned right now. John Cena is number 2. Daniel Bryan is number 1 as far as face. Daniel Bryan is the face of the company. No question. All I know is, if you guys need further proof as to why I think Daniel Bryan should be WWE champion, I want you guys to go back on WWE's YouTube page and watch that closing segment. Daniel Bryan needs to be champion. Daniel Bryan needs to win the Royal Rumble. Batista should not be anywhere near the ending of that pay-per-view. I'm telling you guys right now. Batista does not need to win the Royal Rumble. Daniel Bryan is my choice. And right now, Daniel Bryan needs to go on to WrestleMania and become the WWE champion. That's it. It makes no sense to book Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt at the Royal Rumble. Doesn't make sense to put Daniel Bryan and John Cena together with Hulk Hogan at the Royal Rumble. Doesn't make sense for Daniel Bryan to fight Shawn Michaels at the Royal Rumble. It doesn't make sense right now. Even though, I wouldn't complain if we seen that match, but it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. Ride his momentum into Royal Rumble. Ride his momentum into WrestleMania and give the fucking kid what he deserves. Please. That's all I'm asking for. It's what's best for business. It's what's right. Okay? It's what needs to be done. Plain and simple. And that's all I got to say about that. Moving on. CM Punk and the New Age Outlaws. Listen. All I need to say here is this. What you seen last night with the New Age Outlaws turning their back on CM Punk, ultimately, and I knew this as soon as they started walking away, ultimately is setting up CM Punk versus Triple H for WrestleMania 30. No question. That's what we're going to be getting. We're going to be getting the stale match of Triple H versus CM Punk at WrestleMania 30. Don't you think CM Punk deserves better than Triple H at WrestleMania? Too predictable. And then CM Punk goes back to talk to Kane. He goes back to talk to Kane after he was betrayed by the New Age Outlaws. Why is Triple H hiding behind his members of D-Generation X? Why is Triple H hiding behind his wife? He's telling Kane. And then Kane pulls out, well, the Authority wants to give you a shot at main eventing WrestleMania. You will be in the Royal Rumble. Like, we didn't know CM Punk was going to be in the Royal Rumble. That's how you're going to come off with that whole segment? You're going to give CM Punk a spot in the Royal Rumble like we didn't know he was going to be there? Come on, man. You could do a little bit better than that. And that's all that happened there. The match was nothing special. Obviously, it's great to see the New Age Outlaws. They're going to be on SmackDown fighting Cody Rhodes and Goldust, which I might actually tune in to watch. Because I'm glad the New Age Outlaws are kind of getting back in the ring. I don't know if this is going to be a permanent thing up until WrestleMania. I don't know. But I'm glad to see them back on TV. As I was saying on Twitter last night to a few people, New Age Outlaws can go another 2 or 3 years if they want to. They look fucking great. They look great. But the New Age Outlaws betraying CM Punk is ultimately leading to Triple H versus CM Punk at WrestleMania. No questions. There's nothing further to talk about there. We're going to be getting the match. The storyline is beginning, and that's that. Punk has no chance of winning the Royal Rumble. I do not see him winning the Royal Rumble. He may be in the Elimination Chamber in February, but there's no way Punk is winning the Royal Rumble, as he will be more than likely going against Triple H at WrestleMania 30. Now, John Cena and Randy Orton. what happened last night between them. I loved it. I loved it. It was simple. It did its job, and that's that. John Cena's father was in the crowd. John Cena defeated Damien Sandow in the first hour. Great match. I love Sandow. I love Cena. I love the way they work together. After the match, John Cena hugged his father outside the ring as he went to the back, okay, after the match. Randy Orton fought what's his name? Kofi Kingston. Randy Orton fought Kofi Kingston in what was a fucking dragged out match. Jesus Christ. They could have fucking cut that match down in about 5 minutes and still gave us the fucking outcome that they did. That match was so dragged, I wanted to fucking just change the channel, to be quite honest with you. Even my girlfriend said, why is this match going on so long? I looked at her, I'm like, I don't know. It's Kofi Kingston. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. And then, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Kofi Kingston pulls up a fucking roll-up, pins Randy Orton, pulls off the upset. 1, 2, 3, he beat the WWE Champion. Randy Orton's throwing a fit by ringside, trying to destroy the announce table. He's fucking, holding his head. He's going crazy, screaming. And all of a sudden, he walks by John Cena's father and just fucking sucker punches him. Just dives over the barricade, trying to get to John Cena's father, jumping on top of him. Security's fucking trying to pull him off. The crowd is fucking screaming. There's fucking women and children screaming in the crowd. A beautifully set up angle. John Cena comes running out from the crowd, tries to chase off Orton. Orton did the damage. He escapes to the back. They call an EMT. They take John Cena's father out on an ambulance, a stretcher. They, they send them off to the hospital, whatever. And the way the whole angle transpired, it was great. Because Randy Orton is becoming so obsessed with being the WWE Champion. He's becoming so worried that he's got Cena. He's got Lesnar. He's got Batista breathing down his neck, right, for the WWE Championship. He's going into the Royal Rumble. He's got to fight John Cena in another rematch after he beat him at tables, ladders, and chairs. Randy Orton, all this is becoming stressful for him, and it's showing in his character on TV, okay? That's why he sucker punched John Cena's father. But with the way Randy Orton did the part last night, fantastic. The way John Cena played his part last night, fantastic. I'm looking forward to that match at the Royal Rumble, but I'm telling you guys this right now, and I said this on Twitter, too predictable. What happened last night dooms Randy Orton. Randy Orton's days as WWE Champion are over. There's no way on this planet John Cena's father is going to get attacked by Randy Orton, and John Cena is not going to get retaliation. John Cena, if he does not win the Royal Rumble, WWE Championship, if he doesn't win the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble, he will win it at the Elimination Chamber, some way, shape, or form. John Cena, all I know, is going into WrestleMania as the WWE Champion. Plain and simple. There's no way John Cena's father is going to get attacked, and John Cena is not going to get retaliation against Randy Orton. Randy Orton's days as WWE Champion are over. They're done. I don't want to see him as champion anymore. At this point, I would rather see John Cena as champion. Why? Not because I want to see John Cena as champion, but if Daniel Bryan wins the Royal Rumble, I would love to see the rematch. John Cena versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship. The two biggest faces in company history going at it at WrestleMania. That's your WWE Championship at WrestleMania. That is your main event for WrestleMania. Plain and simple. That is the best route to go right now. I don't care. That is the best route to go right now. Daniel Bryan wins the Rumble. John Cena is a champion going into WrestleMania. Boom. There's your main event. I don't know what WWE is going to do for WrestleMania. I don't know where Hulk Hogan is going to play a part. Apparently, I read last night that Hulk Hogan is a fucking fingertip away from signing a deal with the WWE. A deal is in place, and they should be signing it this week. So I don't know where he's going to fit into WrestleMania's plans, but we'll see. But all I know is John Cena is going to be the WWE Champion going into WrestleMania, so obviously he's not going to have anything to do with Hulk Hogan if he's going to be the champion going into WrestleMania. That's just what I predict. I just don't see it any other way. Like I said, it's plain and simple. It's like the writing's on the wall. John Cena's father was attacked. There's no way John Cena is not going to get retaliation for his father's attack. Plain and simple. And obviously, before I forget, talking about Hulk Hogan, I cannot forget the Ultimate Warrior is the first inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame for the class of 2014. Seeing that promo package last night brought fucking chills to my skin. Really. Warrior in the WWE again. Warrior on WWE TV again leading up to WrestleMania. Warrior going to be at WrestleMania. Warrior's acceptance speech at the WWE Hall of Fame is going to be something to behold. It's going to be an epic moment this year. WWE WrestleMania 30 needs to be the fucking biggest show ever. Why not have the Warrior and Hogan in the same fucking building? Warrior into the Hall of Fame is long overdue. I will give him that. I was a big Ultimate Warrior guy back when I was a little child. WWE and the Warrior have not had a working relationship in the last 18 years. Jim Hellwig and Vince McMahon have been at each other's throats for years. He doesn't like Hulk Hogan. He doesn't like Vince McMahon. He's kind of became his own man. But Jim Hellwig, the Ultimate Warrior, squared away all that and, was the cover child for WWE 2K14. That was the beginning of a working relationship with WWE and Vince McMahon again. Now, obviously, he is the head of the class for the WWE Hall of Fame, and I couldn't be more happier for him. He definitely deserves it, even though he wasn't the greatest wrestler in the ring. He was the most colorful and the most obscure personality, and he did so much for the business that, WWE really, really needs to thank the Ultimate Warrior in the best way possible. And right now, putting him as the head of the class for the WWE Hall of Fame for 2014 is the absolute best way. He belongs there. He deserves it. He deserves a ring. He deserves to be at WrestleMania 30. This is going to be an epic moment. And the WWE right now is on the right track with the little things. The Hall of Fame, they're on the right track to making making WrestleMania 30 the biggest show ever. It starts with Jim Hellwig, Ultimate Warrior. Hopefully, what they do next is what I talked about in the beginning of this review. Daniel Bryan goes on to win the Royal Rumble and headlines WrestleMania. That's it. WWE needs to put the pieces together in this puzzle. They did it last night with the Ultimate Warrior. Next, we got to take care of Daniel Bryan. That's all I know. So what we found out from Monday Night Raw, Daniel Bryan is the number one face in the company. Daniel Bryan is not with the Wyatts anymore. He will more than likely be fighting Bray Wyatt at the Royal Rumble. John Cena's father was attacked. I expect John Cena to win their match at the Royal Rumble, become the WWE champion. There's no way John Cena's father gets attacked and he doesn't gain revenge for that that attack there. And then obviously Batista and Del Rio, they had a little WWE seems to be setting up something for the Royal Rumble there because Del Rio mentioned Batista again. And then obviously we got CM Punk and the New Age Outlaws. CM Punk more than likely is going to be fighting Triple H at WrestleMania. Those seeds have been planted last night with D-Generation X, the New Age Outlaws, abandoning CM Punk in a six-man tag with the Shield. They just left him to fucking rot, and he got destroyed by the Shield and triple powerbomb. So those are the things that we take away from Monday Night Raw. They're building towards the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania respectively. WWE's planting the seeds. They got a nice little direction going. This Monday Night Raw proved to be worthy because it actually set up storylines and it continued the pace into the Royal Rumble. I like it. It's not too much. It's not too little. It was the right balance because more than likely, it's only common sense. WWE, the Royal Rumble, that match itself, the 60-minute, 30-man match at the Royal Rumble is going to be the main event. You don't need to build that up, okay? WWE has little to do here to build up the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble sells itself. But that's what happened on Monday Night Raw, guys. Let me know what you think about the review. Let me know what you think about Daniel Bryan's explosive crowd reaction last night. Let me know what you think about the current storylines and where they're going down below in the comments. Obviously, rate, comment, share, favorite, subscribe, all that good shit. I'm out, guys. I got news on a few different topics for Saturday news and rumors. I'll talk about that later on in the week. But if you guys enjoyed, again, leave your shit down below in the comments. I'll talk to you guys on Saturday. This is JD, WWE Raw Review. I'll talk to you guys soon.